Hello YouTube, this is Will back again for Scorpio's monthly reading. Well, I guess in this case it's Scorpio's bi-monthly reading because I definitely missed you guys in the month of August. I guess I'm going to get to these astrology readings when I get to them. It's pretty difficult to keep on top of this. So I figured I'd give a little bit more substance this time to make up for it and kind of compensate here. I drew a few more cards here to add a little bit more insight and clarity to the reading. So maybe we can draw, if I'm not going to be getting these as frequently as I originally anticipated, I'd like to give you guys as much information from the cards as I possibly can. So, Scorpio, month of September. Let's see what we got going on over here. Okay, so you currently embody the energy of the Emperor reversed and the Magician, a strong controlling energy. And over here, the people in your life are functioning on Wands energy. We've got the Nine of Wands and we have the Page of Wands. And what draws you to others this month is the Death card. Now, some possible outcomes here for the month of September. We have the Queen of Swords and the Devil card. Or perhaps the Two of Pentacles reversed or the Queen of Cups reversed. All right, so what I'm seeing here for you is a powerful but controlling energy. I see you being able to manipulate and control not only the people around you but the energy around you as well. You're able to you're able to influence a crowd and influence the environment with force as well. And I say with force due to the Emperor reversed card here. Now, I see this as a strong card, but I see this as also an overbearing card, and this is what you're going to want to watch out for. If you're in control of anything, you got to hold on loosely. You'd much rather embody the energy of the Magician rather than the Emperor reversed, because the Magician is more of a smooth and slick, charismatic figure. He's an archetype of persuasion and an archetype of illusion and the manipulation of force. He's able to embody all the suits of the tarot, the cups, the wands, the swords, and the pentacles, and he's able to use them for his purpose. And he's able to make people think that he's good at doing it, even if he's not. So the card is labeled number 1 in the deck. So this is the first card after the Fool. So the Magician is still what I would consider to be like an entry-level card, but he has enough of an understanding to work his way through the rest of the deck with a reasonable degree of certainty. Now, over here, the people in your life are acting on faith, passion, and creativity. So we have the Page of Wands here, which is a message of passion. So I don't necessarily see this as being a message delivered to you like a love passion, but something that you're passionate about, perhaps a new opportunity or a creative endeavor, or something that you feel strongly about, something that can pull on your heartstrings in a more spiritual way. But I also see them I see this as being an opportunity that has been offered to you before. However, in the past, maybe it hasn't gone so well when you've been graced with this opportunity from other people, and they're a little bit more reluctant to just give it to you this time. They're going to make you work for it a little bit. Now, what's tying you to these other people is the Death card. Now, when I pull this card, I always feel like I have to explain for those not familiar with tarot. The Death card is not necessarily a negative card. Don't mean anybody's going to die. The way that I interpret the Death card is something old has to go to bring in something new. Now, if we look at the imagery on the Death card, we've got the dead king right there, and the death knight on the pale horse trampling over him, and we've got like the Pope and some children like begging for mercy. But in the background here we have the sun and a flower on the flag, meaning like something needs to die for something new to grow. So for this new opportunity for to come into your life, you're going to have to let something in the past go. And I'm not sure what that would be. That's totally up to you to decide. But something that is no longer serving you has to like see its way out of your life. And I think that you can do this by, the force of control and manipulation. You've got to be able to be assertive and be able to see and discern and use your intuition, as the magician card would imply, to be able to see exactly what it is that's no longer serving you this month. So some possible outcomes here. We have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a card of nurture. Now I see the Queen of a card of like it's nurturing like a thought cycle. So I see the Queen of Swords as what comes to mind to me is like an elementary school teacher that's very stern, but she gets the lesson across really, really well. And when you're done with her class, you might not think that she was the nicest teacher that you've ever had, but you definitely respect her. You know the rules in her classroom, and you see things with a degree of clarity. You understand the material that was represented to you really, really well, and you're able to cut through the BS. Now, another possible outcome here is the Devil card. The Devil. The Devil is something that brings us pleasure. The Devil isn't necessarily like the Baphomet figure in the picture. That's just a way humans use to describe the devil energy. But the devil energy is something that makes us happy or makes us feel whole, but isn't actually serving us. It's actually harming us in the long run. And we are tied down to it like it's some sort of addiction or some sort of habit or something that we like, something that brings us some sort of fulfillment, but it's really not a healthy fulfillment. I see the Devil card as like a card of lust, a card of addiction, a card of overindulgence, a card of gluttony, things that bring us happiness, but that's not the right kind of happiness. It's not the kind of happiness that's going to serve us in the end. So I think that it's best for you to embody the Queen of Swords energy and be firm and decisive rather than indulgent. Another set of outcomes here is the Queen of Cups reversed. Now, the Queen of Cups reversed, I see the Queen of Cups face up as a nurturing figure of love and like happiness. I see her as being like a motherly figure or a wife that you've been married to for a real long time, that you've raised children with and everything. She's a good woman. However, the Queen of Cups in reverse, I see her as being a master of emotions. She kind of fits the what's the archetype that I'm looking for here? Like maybe like the damsel in distress archetype would be a good one that comes to mind. Like she's somebody that you've got to go way out of your way for, and she makes you want to do it, but it's not necessary. It's to serve her purpose. It's to make her feel fulfilled. It's a degree of manipulation, and this doesn't necessarily have to be a female figure. This can be a male too, or it could be like no figure at no like person at all. It could just be something that you feel compelled to do. Like it's something that's going to make you feel like it's super necessary and like you have to do it because like it's going like it pulls on your heartstrings. It takes a degree of emotional energy from you, and you feel like it's necessary, but really it's not necessary. And usually the Queen of Cups is the one that's in control and not you. So this is something that you're going to want to watch out for. And I think that if we continue down this path also, we're going to feel like we're balancing and juggling too many things. So we want to stay away from that Queen of Cups. I see the Two of Pentacles as like having a lot to hold on to, a lot of like material things that we feel like we've got to hold up and balance. So like our job and our home life and automobile and things like that, like a lot of things to balance and juggle at once, and this isn't a good spot to be in. We want to keep things simple in the month of September, Scorpio. So I will draw you some oracle cards as well. I thought I was going to use a different deck, but I really want to get as many of these readings out this month as I can. So we are going to use the Oracle of the Radiant Sun because I feel like that's the easiest one for me to read. My dog's about to bark here. He's always under the table. Alex, who's there? Who's there? Get him, Alex! Alright, so I drew the protection card. And I take these cards at face value, so I'm going to hold it up there, and you look at the screen. It's got a mother holding a child, and it's got a tiger. I think that the protection card coincides pretty well with the Queen of Swords card. It's something that you want to hold on to, and you want to, like, you want to stand up for. You want to use your sword's energy to protect the things that are important to you in this month. The next card, which coincides with the Wands energy here, Wands are inspiration, but I drew the inspiration card. So we want to look towards what inspires us, and that's going to be like when we're deciding at what we want to cut out of our life. In regards to the death card, we want to see what is uninspiring to us and what we want to keep and like act towards the things that are giving us inspiration and fulfillment. Okay, so down here, to coincide with the Queen of Cups card, the Queen of Cups reversed, I drew a fair. This is something that you're going to want to be careful of. Hot, fiery romance that takes off really, really quick. It could be with the girl next door. It could be with the girl at the bookstore. And it could be with a coworker. But you're going to want to watch out for this because I see the Queen of Cups taking this form. And it, not just the girl next door. It could be the guy next door too. You're not going to catch me there. Okay. So also, we have the Restlessness card. It's interesting how these play out because I see the Two of Pentacles as a card of restlessness. So, restless. We feel like we've got to balance. We feel like we can't sit still. We got to keep moving to make it work. We need to chill out this month. We do not want to be restless. We do not want to feel like we're balancing too much. We want to keep things simple, and we can keep things simple by embodying the Magician and the Queen of Swords energy. We want to be able to be in control with a loose grip on things, a loose and free-flowing grip on things, but we also want to be able to use our sword's energy to cut things out when necessary and to kind of get down to the point and down to the root of things. I really hope this reading was helpful to you, Scorpio, and I'll see you when I see ya.